All right, so welcome to my first video. This channel is I'm not trying to be like one of the big Balisong YouTubers or anything. My goal is to fill gaps in YouTube Balisong content because that's where most people go for tutorials, and like if you want to see a review of a specific thing, you got to go pretty much to YouTube because there's no search feature on Instagram. It's going to give you what you need. So, that may be through like tricks, if there's like no tutorial for a specific trick or there's no reviews on a specific knife. I'm gonna hope to do that because I have a couple that have very minimal stuff out for them. So, it's gonna be a collection video. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on CCCs and stuff because everyone spends forever talking about their first CCC, which no one cares about, like, at all. You're coming to see, like, the interesting stuff, right? All right. Start things off. I actually got this kind of recently. I don't really have my first CCC with me, but it was similar to this. This is a Benchmade 40-something clone. It's steel. It's not good. Very handle bias. It's, you know, it is what it is. It's interesting. It's kind of fun. But that's basically what the first Balisong I got was. Flippable, but not great. This is a peony. I got this thing. This is actually a V1. And it's a little bit weird, I'm going to be honest. The new ones are supposed to be a lot better. But this is one I have. It's like, it's cool. It's a fun flipper. It's very non-threatening. And I've heard the materials have changed a little bit throughout the versions. So, there's that. Yeah. Not super grippy, but it's cool. Go over to the barfly. This was one of my early ones. This is maybe like my third or fourth one I ever got. BB Barfly Pro V3. Took out the weights because I didn't like it. This thing's good. It's cool. It's very, like, weird. If you're looking for something interesting, very non-threatening to have, like, anywhere, I'd go for this. Can't say I recommend it as, like, I don't know, high quality, precise. If you're trying to do precise stuff, this is not for you, but tolerances are pretty good. The only thing for beginners that I would definitely take note of is that the hardware sucks. Like, it's bad. I broke a whole screw head off before. All of these have kind of stripped. Like, I don't know if you can see that. I can't really screw those in more. But it's an aluminum Balisong, 6061, I believe. And, yeah, stainless steel blade. It's on bushings. Sorry, I should mention that with these. Really bad bushings, washers. This is bushings. So anyway, that's a barfly. It's cool. Squid Trainer V3.5. This thing I adore. It's amazing. It's just good. I don't know how to describe it. It's my only issue I had with it, because this is the second one I've had. My only issue was the grip. So the grip, if you live in a humid environment like I do, things like the Squid Industries matte finish, it works great in like a drier environment, I found. But if you're living in someplace humid, you're gonna have like no grip at all. So for this one's so beat, it doesn't even really have the finish anymore. Like, that's just aluminum. Anyways, this thing takes a beating really well. It flips really well. With that new grip issue fixed, it has a good amount of grip. And it had good grip before, honestly. It just didn't work for me. So, definitely recommend Squid Trainer 3.5. I've heard the earlier editions were even better, but I've never tried them, so I can't really say. All right. This was my first actually, like, good Balisong. This is a Squid Industry Squiddy, the traditional one. And it's really, okay, in my opinion, when this thing is not on here, it's loud and it's not well balanced or anything. I actually like, it worked well for like my first one, but looking back on it, it was not a great Balisong in my opinion. Hate to admit it. But since putting a hair tie on the end, it's like almost silent, so I can use it whenever I want, which is a big thing for me. And it fixes the balance, so it's like pretty neutral now. Like this thing actually like can fan, which is like huge. Because having a Balisong that can't fan, to me, is not much fun. Because I can't do like a lot of the tricks I like to do. Anyway, Squiddy. It's good, put a hair tie on it. I think it's better. Or, if you just don't want to do that, which I did not for a very long time, you get a Squiddy B, which is better than that one. Because it has a weight there. And yeah, that's about it. This thing I got kind of recently because I heard it was like very similar to a hair tie Squiddy. And I am really glad that I did. It's just such... I don't know, it's just good. I can't really describe it. It's heavy enough that you can do all the tricks you need to. They're both plastic, but this one's more durable. The material's better. That's PVC. I don't know what this one is exactly. It's just good. I don't know what to say. It's well balanced, pretty durable. Still runs on washers, so does that one. I definitely recommend picking up one of these. I feel like it's a must-have for anyone who plans to Balisong flip and travel anywhere. You can take it in an airport. You can travel, you know, it's not threatening. It has like a little face on the top almost, you know. So this is it's a good one. I'd recommend it. What else do we got? We'll go to a Kraken. This is my Squid Industries Kraken. This is the V1. I've had other versions, but this one just stuck around in my collection because I like the all black colorway. I think it looks cool. And it has a perfect tune because I got it from Kanto Group, whatever it's called. And he has some crazy tuning skills and good oil. Check it out. Anyway, not sponsored by him, but it's good stuff. Anyway, this thing is fantastic. It has a little bit of handle bias, very slight handle bias. People say it's dead neutral. I kind of disagree. I think it has just the slightest little bit, which is okay and, you know, good. But you can still like do everything on it, but I just think if it had a little bit more tip weight, I'd like it just a tiny bit more. But other than that, it's like almost perfect. I will pick this up and you can just flow with it for days. It's a really good Balisong. Right? Highly recommend picking up one of these. For the price, it's like almost unbeatable. They have a lot of stuff coming out like the Sirius, but I've never tried it. And Krakens you can get for like really good deals secondhand. And they take a beating, they flip really well. It's just like, it's kind of a must-have in my opinion. If you have a collection over a certain amount. Like if you're going to have a collection over like, worth over like $500, I'd recommend a Kraken. I'd recommend that Squiddy, or that Squiddy if you want to put a hair tie on it. Definitely like the Squid Trainer, but I feel like it's great. And that's what I'd recommend if you could get one thing. If you could get one thing, I'd get a Squid Trainer. But if you're looking to get a bunch of different stuff, I'd recommend those two. All right, next up, got my alt BRS Alpha Beast. That is very dirty because I haven't cleaned it in a while. And kind of dry right now, actually. I have to oil it. But there it is. Like perfect tolerances. That rattle is a screw. There's a little screw that's just a tiny bit loose in there. But overall, this thing is just, it's fantastic. I am actually trading it away in a little bit for some other stuff just because I find that getting an alt replicants fit my preferences a little better, just because I got some fat hands. I have fat hands with short fingers, and I like the feeling of a little bit more in the handle. And this has a little bit skinny handles, and that's definitely not a bad thing, because flipping wise, this thing is incredible. It really is. And you cannot beat its durability. Like, you could run over this thing with your car. It's not going anywhere. Now we're getting into what I think is the most interesting stuff. This is the M3 Knives Verdict. Now this thing is really interesting. It has like some wide handles and a dead neutral balance. Runs on bushings. It is just really good. There were only a few of them made. I believe there were like, just taking a guess, there's 100 maybe. This one's number 25 made. It's definitely like interesting, and I think it actually, I would go so far as to say, is probably my favorite flipper at the moment, because relatively short knife, relatively short hands, relatively fat handles, a little bit square, fat hands. It works out nicely. I just feel like it fits what my hands are like a lot, and so I feel like it's just a good match for me personally. And other people have tried it, they love it. Like, people definitely like it, but because it's a bit of a weird flipper, just because of those dimensions. For me though, it just feels super natural. Yeah, highly recommend picking up one of these if you get the chance. Yeah. And now, the moment that most of you have probably been waiting for, the Henninger Designs Telesto. Just listen to that thing. Gorgeous. So this is serial number 12. And this thing I actually won from a giveaway. The mod work was done by Andrew Myers. And the knife itself was created from a bunch of scrap parts from Henninger Designs. It's like, handles are thin, it's very flowy, it likes to fan a lot. I definitely recommend picking up one of these if you're looking for something interesting. So this thing and that thing are both good flippers, but for different reasons. Well, the same reason, but it's a different reason than something like the Kraken is. So the Kraken is a super conventional flipper. It's great for the price. It's just like sort of the king of its price range. And that's because you can do like anything on it, and it's predictable. Every Kraken's like kind of the same. People disagree with me on that, but pretty much the same. This, however, this is like its own flipper, which I really like, because if I'm going to get a Grail and it flips just like any other Balisong, like if I want something that flips like a Kraken, I'm going to get a Kraken. There's no point in me spending whatever amount this costs new. They're like 800 or something new, right? And there's no point in me buying something I just want to flip like a Kraken and spend that much extra money. So I'm like overjoyed that this thing flips like unique. And it flips unique good. It's not a bad flipper by any means. It just flips in its own way. And I really appreciate that. All right, so for those of you wondering about prices, we'll go down. Telesto run you about 800, I think. I bet you could find one for 800 about, but they go all the way up to like $1,000. M3 Knives Verdict go for about 400-ish, I want to say right now. A good condition, like modded one, can go for about 5, I've seen. But I got this for about $380 in value. Alpha Beast, maybe $380, $400-ish. This one, I forgot to mention, this is on Kuski barrels, brass ones. So, it's very good. Anyway, yeah. Kraken. This one, that's exciting. Sorry. Watch your ears. Okay. This one I got for $225 maybe. But brand new, they will sell for about $275, I believe. So, definitely good value for what you're getting. $175 for one of these new. And it's actually the V4 now. The V3.5 is not a thing anymore. Let's see. Barfly, $100, maybe like 70 now. You can get a new one for about $70, I believe. So it's definitely like value is where this thing shines. You're getting a lot for what you pay for. But as far as a flipper, that was not good. As far as a flipper, it's not quite the most conventional good flipper. And not quite in a super interesting way either. I find it to be a little bit clunky feeling, but it's good. It's objectively very good. Okay, $20 maybe for the stainless steel one. If you're gonna get one of these, get titanium. I've heard the titanium ones are actually pretty good, but this thing is not it. There are better options out right now. Peony, new ones are about $75, I think. And I've heard they're really good, but this one, I don't know. V1s are probably worth less. This is probably about $30 knife. Balisong trainer, not knife. This goes for, I want to say $55. It's great for what you need it for. Like, I know people that have really nice Balisongs and they still choose to flip this thing all the time. And I found I do the same sometimes. Like, sometimes this is just what you want. 30. I believe this is 35 or 40 new. It's like 30, 35, 40 in that range. I can't remember. But if you put a hair tie on it, it makes it way better. Trust. Trust. I think that's about it. Oh, as far as oils I use, for those of you wondering. All right. We got the little Kuski squishy thing. Teflon tape. Do not use Loctite. Teflon tape's better. Jimpy Designs thumb chucks. Those are some spare spacers. I started out with KPL, which is okay. Carbon Honey's my choice. My Balisong lubricant of choice. It's so good. It's just really good. It's similar to Kanto Group. I'm not sure which it is, but they're both really good. I'd recommend them both. Weehaw Torx driver that has bits on the inside of this. Closing thoughts. It's a little chaotic. Sorry about that. Hope you enjoyed the video overall though. Comment anything that you want me to do, because I'm making this channel to help out people. Like, the goal is not for me to make a bunch of videos I want to make. It's for me to make videos to help people, because at this point I have a good bit of experience in the community. So yeah, let me know. All right, peace.